Hey, how's it going? So I'm back in the video, and today I'm going to be talking about how the Los Angeles Lakers could potentially win the NBA Finals this year. Now, this is going to be a series I'm going to go through every single contender that I personally see in my head, or every team that I think could potentially be contending for the NBA Finals this season. I'm going to be going into all those teams for however long the NBA is canceled for, because I mean, really, as long as there's no NBA, there's no NBA news that's not about the coronavirus, which makes it very hard to make videos. So I mean, I'm going to improvise, and I'm going to be going through his kind of NBA Finals, or how they're going to win the NBA Finals series. I'm going to be going through the Bucks, Clippers, Rockets, and every other team that has a chance of making to the NBA Finals. So without further ado, without rambling on too much, just get right into this video. So the first thing we get into for this video is going to be the star talent. Now I think this one's probably the most obvious reason out of all of them, is that, I mean, the duo of Anthony Davis and LeBron James is by far probably the best duo in the entire league, and that's including Paul George, Kawhi, Westbrook, Harden, and all the other great duos in the league. I mean, really, I just don't see any team even coming close to being able to stop these two on any given night. As I mean, LeBron James is currently playing at an MVP level right now and playing some of the best basketball in his entire career in year 17. And then you have Anthony Davis, who's an actual, just one of the most underrated players in the entire league, probably. As I mean, he is quietly averaging 27 points per game, 9.4 rebounds per game, on 3.1 assists per game, to go along with 2.4 blocks per game and 1.5 steals per game. So I mean, he is quietly putting up Defensive Player of the Year numbers, and also quietly almost averaging 30 points a game, and no one's even talking about him because he's playing with LeBron James. So I mean, AD is one of the most underrated top 5 players probably of all time, and then LeBron James, obviously he's shown that he is still the best player in the entire world as of right now, and I mean, it is at least it's going to be very hard to beat this team in a 7-game series when they have, at minimum, the best player on the court and the third best player at all times. The only time they want the 2 best players on the court is when they play the Los Angeles Clippers, and I mean, even when they play the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard will be the 2nd best player on the court, but then they still have Anthony Davis, who will by far be the 3rd best player on the court. As I mean, really this year, Paul George has not lived up to those MVP levels he was at the Thunder at one point, but I mean, he's still been a very good all-star level player, but is nowhere near Anthony Davis or LeBron James' level right now, and I think that's really going to come out to bite him in the butt. And when you have 2 superstar level players on your team, I just cannot see any team beating Anthony Davis and LeBron James in a 7-game series. I just can't, because I mean, like I said, Anthony Davis is probably going to give you around 30 points every single game, and then LeBron, you know, playoff LeBron is a completely different animal, and he's playing some of the best basketball in his entire career as of right now in the regular season. So I mean, it's going to be very hard to beat this team in a 7-game series, and I just cannot see it happening due to their star talent alone. Because I mean, like I said, even the Clippers, who have probably the 2nd best duo in the league, yes, Kawhi Leonard and LeBron, I would say LeBron and Kawhi are probably in the same planet. Like, Kawhi is the closest talent-wise to LeBron as anyone else is in the entire league. But then you put Anthony Davis, who is probably just a level under Kawhi and LeBron, but he is still getting there, and Paul George is about 3 levels or 2 levels below Anthony Davis. So I mean, I think Anthony Davis is going to be able to probably be the X factor when they do play the Clippers, and obviously LeBron's going to get his, but so is Kawhi. So I think Kawhi and LeBron are going to kind of even each other out, but I think Anthony Davis is going to completely get the better of Paul George, not when they match up, but like pretty much like the productivity wise in the series. And I think Anthony Davis will be able to take advantage of them at a very high level, because I just think Anthony Davis is that good of a player, and he's going to be one of the X factors for this team. So yeah, that was my first thing. Star talent alone is probably going to get them to the NBA Finals, if not just the Conference Finals, off of just having those 2 players alone. But now my second reason is kind of piggybacking off that, kind of not, as I mean, like, they have one of the best built teams in the entire league. As I mean, outside of the stars, obviously LeBron and AD, they have some of the best role players in the entire league. As if you look at their guard tandem, they can either go Avery Bradley, Danny Green, or probably what they're going to do in the playoffs, Rajon Rondo, Danny Green. Rajon Rondo has a ton of playoff experience, and he is known, playoff Rondo, to be a completely different player in the playoffs, and he's a very good player in the playoffs. And then Danny Green has multiple NBA Finals under his belt, has tons of playoff experience, can get extremely hot from 3, and is a very good 2-way player. So now you compare 2 players that have tons of playoffs experience, one with tons of NBA Finals experience and winning NBA Finals, to go along with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And then at the center position, you have JaVale McGee. Now, as meme JaVale McGee as he has been, as much of a meme he has become, he is still a very solid rim protector and rebounder, which is exactly what the Lakers need. Because I mean, obviously LeBron and AD, they're gonna do the bulk of the scoring. Obviously, the offense is gonna run through them. Rondo is gonna be able to facilitate the offense and play defense. Danny Green is gonna be able to spot up, hit threes, and play defense. And JaVale McGee does not have to score at all, and that's why he's a starting center. And you could really swap him or Dwight Howard, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna go JaVale McGee just because he has more NBA Finals experience than Dwight Howard. I mean, they're pretty much the same player, but I mean, JaVale McGee does not have to score. He just has to rebound, protect the paint, play defense. That is all he has to do. I mean, he has no offensive purpose, and that's perfectly fine, because if he was trying to score, he'd probably mess up the flow of the offense after all. So with how good this team is built, just a starting five, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see if anyone can deal with that. Because, I mean, Rondo, he's going to be able to guard whoever, and he's also going to be very smart. He's not going to turn the ball over a lot. Same with Danny Green, same with Anthony Davis, same with LeBron. And then JaVale McGee, he's not going to have the ball offensively anyway, and he's just going to be someone to clog up the paint on defense. And then even on the bench, you have players like Kyle Kuzma, very, very solid. I mean, he's, as much as he's also becoming kind of a meme, and people are kind of hating on him for kind of performing as of late, or this season, should I say. But I mean, a big part of that is because he just got Anthony Davis, and every player that he came in the league with got traded away from him. So I mean, he's completely trying to get completely comfortable with a completely new team. And I mean, Kuzma's not playing terrible, despite what people are saying, and now with him coming off the bench, he's going to be a very good scorer for them off the bench. Markieff Morris is going to be that dog off the bench, rebounding, get in your face, play hard defense, and just kind of rough everything up. Dwight Howard's pretty much an identical player as JaVale McGee, just in there to get rebounds, and pretty much just not to score, just in there to get rebounds. Caruso, another very good player, and then Avery Bradley or Rondo, whoever they decide to take off the bench right there. Avery Bradley is a extremely underrated defender, but he can also score, and Rondo can also play defense and score a little bit when he has to, but he's mainly a pass-first point guard to make sure nothing happens. So yeah, with how good this team is built, how deep this team is, they're just built for an NBA Finals run. I mean, when you have a bench as talented as they have, and then you have a starting lineup that flows together as good as it does, to go along with two superstar level players, debatably top 4 level players, at least top 5, 2 top 5 level players, they are almost unstoppable in a 7-game series. But unfortunately, guys, that's the for this video. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think the Lakers have potential to win the NBA Finals? If not, who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals? Who do you want to see me make my next video on? Comment all that below. And if you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe button. I mean the absolute word to me. And I hope you have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. So you need to have a blessed day. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah.